Let me pop this out here. What is going on, everybody? How you doing? Give me that chat. All right. Get my OBS up. Hey, gang. Give me a second to do something, then I just got home just a little bit ago. I've been doing I had a show today and did all kinds of stuff, so. I want to get this fixed up before I did anything else. It's good to see you all today. It's great to be here. Great to be here. I am happy that you are here with me tonight. I was in Topher A's stream the other night, and we were, and I was talking, and there were some people that crossed over between the two, and I thought that was absolutely awesome, and they were putting me over there with him, so I really appreciated that. I thought that was really cool, you guys, and very happy. Tonight we're going to be playing some M64. So, how many people we got in here? Who's all in here? Do I know anybody in here? Am I actually on live? Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. It says we're live. Okay. Whew. I ate some Papa John's tonight, and my body ain't liking that. I gotta learn at my age you shouldn't be eating that kind of stuff. I've been working on this Wii U that I got from Japan, and I am very pleased with it. It was new. It was an open box. So I'm almost done. One more. First time I am here to watch live. Hello, Obsidian Edge. I am so glad you are here with me. And I hope that I can make you happy tonight. I hope that you'll have some fun. So, I'm just fixing something up real quick that I had to get done. Like I said, I ordered a Wii Wii U from Japan to do some stuff with everybody, because it is the ultimate. It's the ultimate retro video game system, if you didn't know that. And go ahead and turn this off. Get swapped over to our M64 so we can get started tonight. Change the input. Hey, great. Oh. But yeah, I've been so busy lately. I've got a book coming out. It's done. It's ready to go. I couldn't be happier with it. I cannot wait until it comes. I cannot wait. We are. I'm right there, man. My third novel will be out in September. I got to see the final cover today. Really, really awesome. I'm very, very pleased. I've been enjoying your vids. Looking forward to when you get to showing how to set up Summer Cart. I've been playing around, but it's pretty hit and miss at the moment. Are you having specific problems with it? Because I'm going to do some CRT tonight. I'm going to show you this backlash because Retro Randy Price put this out, and it is awesome. I am blown away by how good that guy does. on his modifications. They are absolutely, his ROM hacks are I was thinking about playing some Super Mario. Unless you guys want to see something. I'm not playing Gex tonight. Too tired for Gex. But yeah, man, my book is ready. I this one I did everything on my own, man. I normally have a publisher. I decided that this one I was going to do all by myself. I guess knowing which hacks are compatible with the M64. Yeah. So there are let me know if sounds okay. This is just it's unbelievable. How was it going indie? I I have a really great editor around here, and she was phenomenal. She's very professional, very good, and she offered me a really good deal. Thank you, thank you. Good luck with the book launch. I appreciate that. She really was paramount and getting everything done, and I couldn't believe how great she did. So the problem is that when you don't know if it's going to go out, or you're worried to death. You know, you get scared. You're like, oh my God, man, is this book going to suck? You know, because I went outside my wheelhouse for this book. It's not my normal typical genre that I do. And, you know, and I was really worried about it. But the closer I got to it, after seeing how it was coming together, how everything was working, look at this, man. N64 game. Unbelievable. I was watching Topher play. I watched him play Wednesday night and last night, and his streams were absolutely fantastic. He gave away an M64, and he also was doing Garbage Pail Kids last night. But he played Perfect Dark for about an hour and a half, and God, man, that is so. I'm glad that it's getting into everybody's hands now. I'm glad everybody's getting to see how the machine runs, how it plays. There was a guy that was in there last night. He wasn't really mouthy. I think Toph took it a little too personal, but the guy was like, well, the analog 3D looks 100 times better, and he's like, well, do you own one? And the guy didn't, and he's like, well, I do, and I can doctor footage too, and it got pretty heated. So, but yeah, man, my book's getting ready to come out, and I'm all excited for that, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get this book out. Wife can't wait for me to get it out either. She's tired of me talking about it. Uh-oh, who's coming down here? Is that Test? It is Test. Retro, I am alive. I am very much alive. I had a big show today. I went to Geek Fest. Yeah, when Topher allowed that guy to, and like I said, I don't think the guy was being a complete shit about it, but he was like, well, the analog looks so much better, and Topher's like, well, I have them both, and no, they don't. Which Topher's pretty critical over analog. He's pretty critical over analog 3D because of the launch they had. You know, he was really upset because of the white and black, and then everybody gets their machines. They're like, oh, here's the fantastic colors. I cannot believe how good this is, and I cannot believe that this is just a beta. I cannot believe this is a beta. I cannot believe this guy isn't even remotely done with this yet. This feels like such a complete product. But yeah, retro. I got the Wii U in. I've already done some hacking to it and got some stuff on it, and I'm gonna post some videos. I'm doing the summer cart video will be this week. Y64 didn't have as many viewers this week, and I was like, man, I need more humor in it. I gotta do more humor now. I gotta do something else. And someone told me to do shorts if I wanted more subscribers. Kurt Angle. But like I said, man, this guy has made just, I don't know where Randy Price learned to do all this, and I know I ain't got the time to do it, but he has kept the N64 wrestling scene alive. Just ordered Hybrid Heaven. My man. Love Hybrid Heaven. That game is it's so odd. Been enjoying my M64, but no controller pad. I agree. And I said that in my review that some things needed to be out the door. But you know what? I ain't gonna complain. I've got enough games to play me right now, and I'm not gonna complain. Sheiky baby. Mick, come here. But I have been so happy with the M64. I think the launch has been great. I think everything has been. I got my purple N64 2 controllers and plus all the launch games. My 10 and 6-year-old love playing Xenocrisis, as they should. I ordered an expensive Paper Mario. Okay. Paper Mario was one of Drew's favorite games. It's one of mine too. I like the 1,000 Year Door though. I really love the 1,000 Year Door. How can you not love the 1,000 Year Door? I'm glad you guys are getting your M64s. I'm glad you guys are playing some N64 goodness. The only thing I don't love, and we were talking about it in Topher's live stream, and then he posted a video about it, is the expenditures, or the expenses that N64 games have gotten when they announced the remake. I almost cried when they announced the remake. 1,000 Year Door is, dude. What new type of M64 games do I think is coming? I'd like to see 3D RPG that really pushes the console with new techniques learned. I know that they are giving money out to indie developers. They're really trying to get people to show up and buy this stuff and develop stuff for this. Indie developers. They really want indie developers, and they want to release a lot of retro classics. Just ordered my clear M64 controller, and as you should. Anybody get the smoke? I've got so many people that I live around here in West Virginia that know the story about Mod Retro and what they did for me, and they ordered from GameStop. They ordered smoke ones from GameStop. So I can't wait, man. I actually collect all the Mario RPG games, so Super Paper Mario on N64 is the second to last one I need. I still need Color Splash on the Wii U, and then my collection will be complete. I have all the GBA Mario Luigi games. Do you want to know what my favorite Paper Mario game is? Because I didn't get it when it first came out. And Drew come running into the house. He's older at the time. He's in his teens. And he goes, Dad, I got Super Paper Mario, and you need to play this. And I remember playing Super Paper Mario and just sitting there as the story unfolded going, it's like Nintendo grew up on me. I absolutely loved it. What retro classics do I think they're going to do? We talk about this. Super Paper Mario on the Wii. Yep. I don't know why, dude, that game. Maybe it's because Drew Cake Senpai, of course, getting the Smoke M64. That's because you have to play Smash on it. You have to play Smash Remix on it. I even ordered a bunch of boards for my kart programmer to get you Smash Remix for your Smoke M64. Yes, I begged my dad for a Wii just to get Super Paper Mario. I was so happy when he got it for us. Yeah, Drew came in and Drew was like, dude, he's like, Dad, you have to play this. And I remember, I'll never forget. I will never forget playing that game. That was so awesome. She baby with the clutch. Give up, boy. I love Super Paper Mario. Wii is goated. The Wii and the Wii U are the most underappreciated pieces of video game console I've ever seen. Nobody talks about the Wii U anymore. I'm going to try to get Kidman out now. But the Wii U is so underappreciated, and the Wii is so under. Supposedly they have plans to release canceled games originally planned for the DD drive. I've read that. The big thing that I'll tell you, my games sees that I think are coming. First off, I believe more than anything that the Croc games that are on PS1 are going to be ported over and brought to the Nintendo 64 for the first time. And I'm going to go out on a limb. I think that they're making major. I know that the launch was a very big success. I know that they're very happy with the launch. Conquer sequel. The problem is that Microsoft owns that. And I can see Microsoft letting them remake things like the rare games, like putting Banjo on there and the two Banjos, putting Conquer. I don't think that Mod Retro would have any problems getting those on there. I don't think Microsoft would have any problems letting them do it. The big things is doing. I heard they sold over 100,000 units. I don't think it was that high. I don't think it was high, but I know that it was very, very, very good. I know that the launch was very good. I know that they had a very successful launch. So, it's nice to see retro gaming making a comeback, because I talk to several people all the time about video games, and we talk about how it's just not the same. It's just not the same. So, Shiki Baby, all you do is submissions. Hulk Hogan, piece of shit. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, you need to look up stuff with the Iron Sheik as he got older and started doing things for money. It's a little vulgar. It's not safe for work. The last I saw were Shopify numbers, and they had 77,000 orders. Okay, well, you know what? Retro, you've convinced me. You have convinced me. They were absolutely and utterly. You know what? I'm just going to start the rumor they sold 1 million units. I played my PS2 for 9 hours. The hell did you play today? Would love to see Konami get in on the M64 and do Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I don't know if we'd see that. I think we're going to see a ton of games from the retro era that are expensive now. Earthworm Jim is one I think we'll see. I think we'll see Earthworm Jim. I think we'll see. I'm impressed they had that much stock for launch. They said that they were going to have them, and by God, he did. Final Fantasy 12. Hey, I ain't arguing there. Ah, Chavo. I'm going to put Chavo out right now. Impressive. Like you said, N64 holds up better than PS2 and Xbox. I think it holds up better than PS1. I'm with you there. I'm waiting for my M64 to get here so I can try to connect my chromatic to it for Pokemon Stadium. That is not in the firmware yet. That is the main thing I'm waiting on, because that is the main thing I will play on this channel for you guys, is some of the Game Boy stuff I have. I cannot wait for chromatic pass-through. That is the one feature that I cannot wait for. I think that the chromatic games, okay, and Topher last night when I was in the stream with him, when he was talking, we started talking about Sabrina, and I know I did a review on it if you haven't seen it on the channel. Sabrina, the Game Boy game, I was in the hospital getting a procedure done, and my daughter thought she would make a little funny haha joke and bring me Sabrina with my chromatic, and I ended up playing it all the way start to finish. It's incredible. Rumor has it that the N64 is a 2D beast. It is not a rumor. That is absolutely true. Do I prefer Diddy Kong Racing over Mario Kart? I absolutely do. And I love Mario Kart, but don't get it twisted, baby. Do not let this old man talk knowledge to you. Diddy Kong Racing is just, it is so good. There's something so sweet about Diddy Kong Racing. And listen, I love the Mario Karts. I think they're fantastic, but Diddy Kong, fantastic. Sorry, I'll jump back on here in a minute. But the N64, to finish my thought, was a 2D beast. Palmer and several of the M64 people were really upset. Doom 64 re-release, absolutely. Because there weren't a lot of 2D games on the N64. I would kill to see more. Look at Mischief Makers. Diddy Kong Racing had that special sauce. It did. I remember playing Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 when it launched for my 14th birthday. We played like noon to 7 a.m. the next day. PS1 was cheap. My new 32 CRT TV has amazing colors, and I've been enjoying it. Yes, absolutely. If you get to play on a CRT, Ray Tom, if you did not know this, there is a nice little hookup coming out for an M64 that hooks your stuff up to a CRT. So, I would love a Doom 64 re-release. It changes the lighting to make it more visible. Absolutely. What PS games do I like? I was not just one of those blind fanboys to the N64. I actually did own a PlayStation. I love PlayStations. I really really loved Gran Turismo. God, I played the crap out of Gran Turismo. Final Fantasy, obviously. Now, here's something, this might get the chat mad at me. I didn't like Crash. I remember everybody telling me, oh my God, you got to play Crash. It's just like Mario 64. It ain't nothing like Mario 64. Trying to think of what else. I loved Silent Hill. I remember getting Silent, because I'm a big horror buff. If you guys didn't know this, my second novel, 304 Monsters, was a horror novel. And so I really enjoy Spyro. So I loved Spyro. Lucky Luke's good. Punky Skunk. Rayman will be. I think they will re-release Rayman, and I think the original Rayman will get ported over. Oh, dude, everybody used to. I remember that was the main selling point for me to get a PlayStation. Was everybody was like, Steve, you got to get a PlayStation, man. You got to play Crash. They're like, it's as good as Mario 64. No, it was not. It was not like Mario 64. So that was a disappointed Steve day. Oh, Taker and the Shiki, baby. Dream match. So yeah, guys, I could sit here and talk retro gaming with you guys all night. I really could. Crash Team Racing's good. Adam, Crash Team Racing, I will not trash Crash Team Racing. That is one of the hardest racing games, but man, is that so satisfying. You would say Spyro was better than Mario 64 in your eyes. Okay. You know what? I won't agree with that, but I'll take your thing. Listen, there's some games that I know people that are really into that and I don't trash on anybody. Look, man, if you love it, you love it. You love something, you love it. Stunt Racer 64. Stunt Racer 64 is one of my favorite games on the N64, and that game sucks. And I know it sucks, but I can't help but love it. So, ugh. I love how quick with the overclocking in this. I don't know if you guys have noticed as I'm playing there's 4 people in the ring, how fast and smooth this is. Real like single player on Diddy Kong Racing, and when you go to the game, the multiplayer gets super. Plus, you have a lot of quality time when you go through the game and get the 2 extra characters. Exactly. And I also think that beating him, the final boss in that game, is a rite of passage for all N64 owners. All right, let's have some fun. Let's play some fun stuff. You know what PS1 games are underrated and actually slaps? Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Dude, I'm telling you, when you talk to true fans, and that's like my channel, when you talk to people that are in my, do you know, is Drumstick in any other game present? I don't think so. The thing is, when you talk to like real fans, and I'm going to tell you guys something right here. I'm going to give every person in here something very special from Steve. I'm about to give you something that you all need to know. That game right there, Rocket Robot on Wheels, is one of the greatest hidden gems, a game you have never, that so many people that I talk to have never played. If you have never played Rocket Robot on Wheels for the Nintendo 64, and yes, his voice gets a little annoying, he sometimes talks a little too much, that is one of the best 3D platformers I have ever played. It's by they're really small studio called Sucker Punch. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I mean, I think they did some stuff for PlayStation later on. Rocket Robot on Wheels is one of the funnest, funniest, charming, awesome, plays good, controls good, fantastic. It is beautiful. So definitely, if you find a chance, if you find it on the cheap, if you've got you a summer cart and you just have it laying around, you've got to play Rocket Robot on Wheels. Now, there are some people that have been in all my live streams. It is 9:28. Start a little late. My wife has just went to bed. I have a sign above my bedroom that says always kiss me goodnight. And I will be back in 3 seconds because I always kiss my wife goodnight. I've been doing that for 27 years. And even though I'm with you guys, that doesn't stop me. Be right back. All right. Sucker Punch made that game what? Laugh out loud. Yes, this was Sucker Punch's first game. Gotta do what you gotta do, Dark Ride. Yes, I do. Started a lot with the Coin Challenge in Greenwood Village. Yes. StarCraft 64 is so expensive. Rocket is $100? Yeah, it is. I remember looking it up when I did my Hidden Gems video. I forgot about that. Well, I'm sorry. You know what? Summer card. Sorry I'm late. Just finished tearing down my M64 and then reassembling. Has a cool lid. Has anybody else seen this? Has anybody else seen it? There is a cool little ribbon cable that said definitely not a secret port if you open up your M64. Indiana Jones is like $150. What the? Why do they always overprice what I want? Well, because they don't love us. They don't love us anymore. This is why I'm hoping that Palmer and Torin and the rest of the mod retro community gets off their butts we don't matter as much as the man's wife. Unacceptable. No, don't go. Please don't go. I've seen Mario 60. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now. And Topher talked about it. I think the immortal John Hancock talked about it. And I'm definitely going to talk about it. Brother, they got to ship our consoles first. I've noticed that. I think that somebody said earlier that Shopify, they had like 77,000 sales or something, and maybe they just weren't prepared for it. Corner, is it possible that on Summer Cart? Okay, oops. Is it possible on Summer Cart? Yes. And some of the ones you get from AliExpress, a friend of mine just got one from AliExpress and it was loaded. It was literally loaded. His SD cards suck. Dude, I can't wait for the SNES core. I cannot. The day they release that SNES core, I'm going to cry. I will cry. I will cry the day the SNES core comes out. Because that is something that I have to have. Because you think N64 is expensive, but now that these consoles are out, dude, I'm telling you, N64 games, like you just said that about Mario, I was like, oh man, well you can find that for $25. And then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, no, he can't. You know, because retro gamers, my M64 is almost here, made it from Cali to Orlando. You in Florida? You in the great state of Florida? I would say I'm close to you, but I'm in West Virginia, so I'm not even remotely near you. This Yoshi game is good, but nowhere near... No, brother. Look, SNES's Yoshi Island, underrated, phenomenal, brilliant, one of the best. Would have ordered earlier, but was undecided on what color. What color did you get? Are you team purple? Hope they are NTSC. Okay. Friend of mine got it with a lot of ROMs. The one my buddy Cole got, his had USA, Japanese, European, and then a bunch of just ROMs that shouldn't be playing on it. I mean, so Grape, you said you were selling a bunch of stuff. I'm starting to think I want to sell off my modern game. I'm done with modern gaming. I'm literally done with. I'm literally done. I thought I wanted Grand Theft Auto 6, but I don't. I will play Ocarina of Time, the remake, but I am so done. I'm so done. Everything's a DLC. Everything's an add-on. And I don't know if you guys, I don't know if it's just my age, and there's the confessions of an old man here, but I don't know if it's just me, but I don't finish stuff. Like I started Lego Batman, okay? And I was digging it, and I was just like, I can't play through this. I just stopped. I don't finish things anymore. I would sit and play, like when I got this, when I was doing testing on this machine, before I made videos, I played through Super Mario 64 to completion. I played through, let me look through here. So many things to complete. I played Battle Tanks to completion. I played Blast Corps and didn't make it to the end because I suck. played Conquer. I played a long way into Conquer. Got my M64 today. Popped in Star Fox, and gameplay is better than anything modern to me. Listen, I don't shit on people that like modern gaming. Okay, I know there's a lot of Fortnite, a lot of people that play the live service games and stuff like that. I just don't like the way the industry's going. I just don't like it. I think it's they have predatory practices. I think, here's the thing. You had two types of gamers when I was younger. You had, you know what I'm gonna play. I know what I'm gonna play. I just did a video on this one. I'm gonna play you some Beetle. I played the shit out of Beetle. Ever since I turned 30 4 years ago, oh my God, I'd give anything to be 30 again. The last game I played from start to finish entirely was The Last of Us 3 years ago. I couldn't put it down. Exactly. Modern gaming will be all digital in 5-10 years. Exactly. That's another thing. Okay. What are they doing? Last of Us is sick. Again, you ain't gonna hear me trash. But you also got to look at one thing. Last of Us is a PS3 game. Last of Us is a retro game. Story was so good. Yes, it was. I will do easy. I don't give a shit. What am I doing? Did I not do? No, we got to do championship. Novice. My name is actually with a PH, and because my mother obviously didn't know how to spell, and older games like this, I could never fit my full name in there. I had to always spell it the other way. I've actually sunk a couple hundred in PS3 games the last 3 weeks. I have quite a strong collection. There's a guy in here that he meets me at retro gaming shops and buys up every PS3 game they got. He's a big PlayStation nut though. He's a huge PlayStation guy. I love this game. I did a video on it. I'm Kane's writer. He demanded a new copy of Last of Us PS5 short throw projector. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, I adore this game. And I did a video, which this one didn't pop off the way the other Y64s have. But I am going to tell you this. I'm going to spoil you guys tonight. The next Y64 episode, it's a biggin. It's a biggin. It's a big game. It's one that everybody in here has played. Everybody loves. And I have a story of me and a guy getting in a fight over it because he hated it so bad. And I couldn't understand why he hated it. So, Heavy Rain, yes, Heavy Rain. But see, gaming was also very experimental. Is it Gex? It is not Gex. Gex is I'm just going to spoil this for you. Gex is the holiday episode. It's my Thanksgiving episode. Gex will be the first Gex N64 game. Will be the Thanksgiving, and then the Christmas one is the second Gex 64 game. I'm going to do specials on them because I feel that they're two big games that cannot be ranked properly. They have to be given their own special day. Anybody play this? Anybody love this game? I will watch it with pie in hand. That's all I ask. Is that you fatten up and watch Y64. But yeah, this episode, Beetle Adventure Racing's episode has not had tracked as well as the other two. So, but the next one will because it's going to be kind of fun because it's kind of polarizing too, and people will be like, oh, I hate when I miss that one. Oh, you son of a... I love this game. And if you have not played this game, and I'm going to tell you another thing, expect this game. if you're going around and you're buying N64 games, well, blew that. If you're going around and buying N64, get this one now. Get it now. It's good, and people are starting to scream about it, and I've been watching the pricing on it. Get it now. It had a really good sale run, so it's not going to be like StarCraft 64, but get this game now. Get it ASAP. Oh, dude, this game runs like butter. Butter. I love this game on here. So I tried Extreme G Turbo. Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. And I can finally say this because someone else is in the chat finally talking about it. Okay. I hate that game. I've never could play it. Oh, Steve, what you doing? Wait, why? The HSV one is already expensive. I know. But you don't need the HSV one. You want the cute little buggies. You want the punch buggies, baby. So I got a story for you. Got a story. You guys ready? You guys ready for a story today? I got a story for you. I got something. Something happened today that was so absolutely mind-numbingly, stupidly confusing to me that I have to talk to you about it. So I'm doing a show today, right? I missed it. Okay. Doing a show today. All right. And I'm helping a woman that is a friend of mine who has done the cover. She is an incredible artist. Very young, very talented. And she wanted at Geek Fest today to sell. Yes. Yes. At Geek Fest. So I go to Geek Fest and I'm sitting there and she goes to take a break. And while I'm sitting there, this heavy-set woman comes in. And when I say heavy-set, I'm being kind, okay? Because I don't do that. Some people, gland problems, thyroid problems, can't put fork down problems, whatever. Whatever your problem is, who cares? You know, it's not my, I don't shame people for that, okay? And she comes in, and I say, hi. And her boyfriend steps around her and goes, anything you want to say to her, you can say to me. And I went, I did one of these. And then I start laughing. Okay? I just start laughing. Because at first it's an uncomfortable laugh, but then I actually start laughing. And I can't stop laughing. And they both are sitting there and they're turning red-faced at me. And I'm just laughing. And just laughing and laughing and laughing. Okay? And I'm like dying laughing. Okay? I'm like, dude, I'm talking tear in my eye laughing. Now, you know, and they just leave. And then, you know, she comes back into the booth and she's like, did we have any customers? I'm like, and then I told her what happened. And for some reason, which God love my artist, she's phenomenal. And I'm telling you, when you see the cover to my book, you're going to be like, dude, she's incredible. But she was like, well, you ran them off. I was like, I didn't mean to. So she kicked me out of the booth. So I was out of the booth for 30 minutes. But I went to Cold Stone Creamery and had ice cream. So that's my story for the day. Get up. Sorry. I love this game, though. I hate when it happens to me. I've done it before. Someone makes me laugh while they're mad. I couldn't help it. It was just so outrageously stupid. But yeah, this game runs like butter. Now, Topher, he plays all of his games clean. And I was telling him, I was like, man, my chat and my guys, I play on CRT. And they love CRT. I don't know if it's just because, dude, when I look at this on here, okay, it looks the way I remember, which I know that they're going to be doing crazy stuff with the filters. Anyway, I'm going to go out on a limb. I think that Mod Retro releases Conker's Bad Fur Day. I think we see Conker's Bad Fur Day released. I think we see Croc. I think we see... we can't see this because this would be a nightmare. Because you'd have to get Universal's approval for the Jurassic Park stuff and VW. It would be a nightmare to get these. Which I had someone ask me that watches, they're actually local. They asked me, should they get an M64 or an Analog 3D? And I told him, I said, well, which one are you leaning to? And he said, well, I'm leaning towards Analog 3D. I said, well, get the Analog 3D. And he said, well, will that piss you off? And I said, well, why would it piss me off? You're lost. That's what I said. I said, I like my M64. I said, I think you say, I offered him a coupon code to get it for cheaper. You don't want it, you don't want it. Here we go. Someone asked me. I'm sitting there talking. I swear I didn't see this over here. Let me look through here. Hopefully Mod Retro can renew. Hey, Never. It is so good to see you in here. I'm sorry I didn't welcome you when. Can renew some of the licenses and do reprints of these harder to find games like StarCraft. I don't know how much compression work it would take or if it would even be possible releasing the OG Resident Evil 1 through 3 on N64 quad. I don't know why it wouldn't be. I don't know why. They did Resident Evil 2. And here's another thing. I don't know if you know this. The Mod Retro carts are 1 gigabyte big. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, they can put them on there. After working retail for 15 years, working with the public, you see stuff sometimes. I'll be messing with the settings on M64 to make my CRT experience better. I don't like the look of clean. So is the Mod Retro worth getting still if you have an Analog 3D already? I'm going to say no. Because really they're the same thing. While I would love to get Mod Retro another sale. Because I want them, and I love how did you hear about us? Stephen Boss said, buy your shit. But I think that the thing to look at is if you already own an Analog 3D, you already have an FPGA console. Now, I am going to tell you this. I don't give a damn what you do, but you better get one of these because, and there are people that, and my chat will start saying it because here we go. Those of you that have the M64, and just go ahead in the chat, sing its praises, and you ended up getting one of these, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody how incredible that thing actually is? And I said it, and Topher brought it up, and several other people brought it up, and it's something I will say. Playing some games on this feels like cheating. It does. I feel like in some cases it's just too precise. Grape's got you. Probably not unless you're comparing CRT as Vital. I would buy the M64 to support Mod Retro as a company. Yes. Especially if you're a fan of my channel and knowing what they did for me and knowing what kind of people they are and knowing what they support, then yes, I would get one. If Mod Retro can get the rare releases, MS owns Blizzard and StarCraft. Yes, John, they do, and that is what I'm praying for because I love StarCraft 64. Pro Controller is the best. Here we go. I'm just going to quote him. Listen, if you got children in the room, send them out. The Pro Controller, and this is from someone in my chat, the Pro Controller is the best fucking controller I've ever used. I have a video where I reviewed this machine and the controller, and I said in it, because everybody made fun of Palmer and Torin when they come out and they were talking about how great this controller was as a Pro Controller. And it's true. It is son of a... I missed all... Did you guys see how I missed every box? Every box. These old man hands fail me. Oh my God, dude. That was such a massive monster fail. I should be ashamed of myself. I missed all three of those boxes. Wow. It feels so good. I have a A3D, but the M64 is actually open source and will have much better compatibility. Plus 2 TVs need 2 systems. You know, Grim, I can't argue with that. Does that mod retro controller work on the analog? It does in wired mode. I think that there are people that have told me that it does not work in wireless, that they would have to update the machine for the Bluetooth module. So maybe you should. You know, GameStop has a really nice smoke-colored M64. If they can put the Mr. Cores on, it's totally worth buying, even if you have the 3D. Obsidian, loving the controller. Adam, controller is life-changing. You guys are going to be my first short. When I make my first short, which will be this week, I'm going to put that on there about the way you guys talk about the controller, because from the minute they sent me my pre-production red one, when I touched it, I went, oh my God. And I would talk about it in videos, and everybody underneath was like, he's a shill. He's a shill. He's shilling. The dude is shilling. Brother, I ain't shilling nothing. This controller, if you are a retro gamer and you play retro games and you play N64 games and you remember this thing's phenomenal. I thought I would be disappointed spending $90 on it, but it was 100% worth it. And I already want to buy 2 more. Yeah, I didn't buy mine. I better see Gex simple. I will play Gex even if it's for a minute. I promise. Whew. Did you guys see last week's live stream's thumbnail? It's like God Gex in the cloud over a country road with an M64 laying in a dirt road. This one was in the Ohio River with all the catfish around it. Because if some of you are new here and don't know, I am from the great state of West by God, Virginia, where the Skull and Mountain Dew flows freely. And if you spend the night with a woman and she doesn't make you gravy the next day, she's not the one. I think the overclocking, someone asked me, I did get a question the other day about, someone asked me about the heat. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, Beetle Adventure Racing, if you can find this cart, which I have one, but there's a reason why I don't use my Beetle Adventure Racing cart, because it's sealed. Because if you guys remember, if any of you watched Y64 this week, which by the numbers, some of you did not, Y64 this week is Beetle Adventure Racing, and I had a friend named Eric that was a huge fan of this game, and he was the one that was screaming and screaming and screaming about it, and he's no longer with us, and I have one to remember him by. So, because he loved it. You son of a... Yeah, Beetle Adventure Racing, dude, if you don't own this game, and I'm telling you, I have a very bad feeling that this is going to be one of those $250 carts. Because you're seeing people starting to snatch up the hidden gems. Like Rocket, someone just wrote that Rocket was $100. Rocket's going to be $300 soon. Ha ha! Yeah, I can't. I love that the N64 is getting the love it deserves. I did see that games are starting to be played on the Dreamcast FPGA cores. Did you guys see that? If you want to dance, you guys can dance. Go ahead. Yeah, the laps in this game are like 5 minutes long. So, someone asked this: wireless rumble in Q&A, which it's in quality. M64 Pro controller plug and pair. In-game notifications. Built-in controller packs, virtual control pack. That's the main thing that everybody's upset about right now. I get it. That'll be soon. Save states, so that guy will stop sending me emails. Low latency video output. I heard that there's a problem with mod retro M64s and Visios. I read that. I have no nostalgia for the Dreamcast. Drew and I got one because Drew's main thing was this and the Cube. Dude, the Cube, my boy in the Cube, yeah. He loved the Cube. I love the Cube. Only good game to me was Soul Calibur. Hey, man, I know a lot of people don't like Sega. Like, I didn't like it a lot of the Genesis games. Will someone actually port the Dreamcast core to the M64? Dude, the minute this stuff, okay. When they put this stuff, because you go to the GitHub and it says coming soon. The minute they put this stuff up there, I think it's days before it's jailbroke. Before this is going to be the Swiss Army knife. It's literally going to be. I call the summer cart the Swiss Army knife of the N64, but I think the M64. I love Sega in general. I love GameCube. Worms 3D is a gem. What do you think about the murmurs online about M64 overheating issues? I was talking about that. Just saying that. Someone asked me about that. I keep mine on super or ultra overclock, and I'll reach over, and yes, it is a little warm. Okay, but I don't think it's that dangerous. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's to the point that. And here's nothing. I'm just gonna tell you guys this right now. I've talked to people that have had problems with the chromatic. I've talked to people that have had problems with the game that they bought from them months later, and they take care of it. So I just, if FPGAs ever get to GameCube or OG Xbox level, I will never touch another system. And listen, and I know as a retro gaming channel, there's a lot of people that look down upon emulation. I don't, okay? Because I think that paying over manufacturer retail price for anything is ridiculous. You guys know my rule. It's like Batman's no kill. If I break that seal, I'll get divorced because I'll be broke. The biggest thing for me is Bottasera. Like, I have no problem with people taking a cheap little PC and making a Bottasera unit for their living room. I think that thing's awesome. But I do like the feel. There's something about the M64 because people come and they're like, oh, it's a clone. It's a clone. It's not a clone. It feels like an N64. It makes me feel like I'm playing an N64. I'm gonna whip out an old classic here. Actually, hold on. I got in here. It's not a clone. It is. It's a love letter. Slippery slope for the win. Preservation is important. I measured it on Insane. It was 0.9 watts. Don't see how it could possibly overheat. There. I just don't think we're going to have that kind of problem. And plus, man, you've seen the teardowns of this. And there's somebody, and I'm sorry, I've already forgot your thing. Yeah. But you were talking about how you just tore yours down and come back in here. And, was it you, Retro? That tore it down and come back. You know, when you look at the board on this thing, do Super Nintendo games work off that cot? Yes, and there's a reason I don't have them on there because they don't work very well. They don't work well. I don't think they work. That was you, John. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I apologize. I did not mean to get you and retro mixed up. My apologies. I hope you can forgive me. Yeah, it's a beautiful board. I mean, everything on it, everything on it's quality. Preservation is important. Putting my. Do you think people are making posts lying about M64 overheating? And me and we'll talk about it here. You know, I say I don't want to talk about it. There's a lot of people that don't like this company, and we all know why. Yes, I think there are people out there that would lie. I do. I think there are people out there that will lie. It's dumb, but they would lie. Which really because it should be about gamers are getting screwed. If anybody thinks a PlayStation 5 Pro is worth almost $1,000, they're out of their mind. If you think an Xbox Series X or a PS5 are worth $799, $650, $699, you're out of your mind. You know, and that's so crazy to me that people are paying those prices for that. I'm trying to find something to play for you guys, just that I'm gonna get into for a little bit and play for a while, so I can just sit here and talk and just mess with them. This is the problem when you have a summer cart and you have a bunch of stuff on here. Okay, you're like, you doom scroll. It's like Netflix. I want something that I haven't played in a long time that I'll be really piss poor at, and you guys can make fun of me. One of the things I enjoy about N64 carts is that they have a weight to them. They feel solid. They feel valuable. I continue to collect them. Yeah. There's nothing like holding a cart in your hand. And if there's some of you that haven't bought any of the Mod Retro M64 stuff, oh, damn these old legs. Waiting on mine to ship hopefully next week. Then I have to stop myself from getting that smoke one as well. It's super pretty. I've got people that are buying the smoke one. They are lying about it. I had someone lie about it, telling me about its RAM, telling me it only had 64 megabytes. That's why I did the teardown. It has 160 megabytes of RAM, by the way. See, that's what I'm saying. Why? What are you proving? Okay, video game companies have been screwing gamers now since the 360 era. We've been shafted a lot, and you know, everything's just been nickel and dime and nickel and dime and nickel and dime, and it's been horrible. And it okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care. He'll probably clip this and call me an asshole and make fun of me and all kinds of stuff. Do you guys know who Colin Moriarty is? The guy that used to work at IGN? Okay. I always thought of him as video game journalist royalty, you know, because he's been around forever. He does a bunch of stuff. He used to do Kind of Funny with Greg Miller, the PlayStation guy. And when PlayStation announced this, that they were doing away with physical games, he was like, fuck, why are y'all so mad? Why are you so upset? And I'm like, shouldn't you be on the side of gamers that like want to have physical collections? He's like, well, I haven't had a physical game in a long time. And listen, I know a lot. Hey, no, not right now. There's a live stream. You want to say hi? Come on. Want to say hi? Good girl. Good baby. Yeah, daddy loves you. Look at the quality of the stuff these guys make. It's just, you don't get stuff like this. You know, the charms, the packaging, everything. You can tell that there's a love in what they do. They're not just, and these games aren't like, It'd be different if they were like boutique prices, like $100 and stuff like that. They're not. Like Xenocrisis is $49.99, for a brand new copy with a manual and one of the prettiest carts I have ever seen in my life. I mean, look at this thing. Look at that. Dude, you do not get that from if you buy a Switch 2 game, it's like, here's your Switch 2 game, dude. And there's no manual, there's no nothing, there's no charm, there's no... All right, let me look at this. And then I'm going to play some Pilot Wings. The secret port is almost exactly on the opposite side of the board as the RAM chips, about an inch away. I need to know what that port is for. Yeah, Blast Corps, Turok. I'll get more Mod Retro game carts once my system gets here. I'll be getting all of them, I think. I got them all, but I will never play Buck Bumble because I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of putting it in and hearing the song. Turok reprints, dude, there. Turok 2. Turok 2. If for some reason Palmer or Torin click on my live stream one day, Turok 2, dude, they've spoken. Look at it. My chat, hundreds of people. Turok 2. Gauntlet Legends is such a gem. I don't know who owns Gauntlet. I know Midway went under. Does anybody know who bought that stuff? Mod Retro speaks about retro gaming like I have viewed it, and the fact that they stand by their customers and overbuild their stuff. Yes, it is great. My local game store has $12 manual for it. Made me want to buy the manual and get a Pro Plastic and a copy of the game. I support a company that supports gamers. Exactly. You should. You should. This is our hobby, dude. This is stuff. I'm 50. Listen, guys, I don't know if you know this. I'm 52. It's August 8th. In 19 days, I will be 53 years old. I've been doing this since Space Invaders, since I saw it in the late 70s. Pac-Man was what hooked me in. Okay, I owned a Commodore 64. I owned an Atari 2600. I owned a NES. But when I got the NES and stuff, that really pulled me in. Craftsmanship's on another level. It's sad to see that David Jaffe, creator of Twisted Metal and God of War, was telling people to stop crying about Sony and exactly. And David, he's one of us. He's one of us that went into the industry and became what a lot of us wanted to be, a game maker. And for him to say that, I understand that the industry changes, but what's wrong with having a shelf full of your shit and being able to look at it and being like, this is mine, I own this. I paid for this. This whole time they've been bitching about Xbox, the all-digital future, PlayStation did it, and now he's like, why you mad, bro? Make me want to. Gauntlet Legends is an amazing experience, Jonathan, do you think the port is for a disk drive? It has a bail for a ribbon cable. See, I noticed that too. Gauntlet Legends. Superman 64 reprint. You know what? I'd buy the shit out of that. And if you saw I did a video where I talked about it being the biggest piece of shit that was ever put to plastic. I would buy that game in a heartbeat. I would buy that game. Red Whistle Game, just check. Universal Studios owns it. That guy. Just Palmer needs to just go over and strong arm somebody. Happy birthday, of course. Thank you, John. Of course, the company that owns Jurassic Park owns Turok. Warner Bros. Games owns Midway's old library and assets. Oh my God, yes. See? Now here's the thing, Grim. When the Paramount deal goes through, does that mean that Paramount owns it? Because if so, that would make it easier. Mod Retro not only supports gamers, but I think it's awesome that they support developers. It's amazing to see high quality releases. I appreciate a roadmap for cart releases from Mod Retro, so I knew what old carts are getting on re-release, so I can pass on them. Okay. I know that Topher did an interview, and you need to pay close attention to it. I think he said 16. That's a lot. I counted all my games today. I've got over 200 physical copies. My man. That's why I'm saying to City, I don't want to buy something that gets re-released because I want the box manual for Mod Retro release. Pepsi Man 64, make it happen. Yes, Pepsi Man 64, make it happen. I'm sorry I have not been playing. I get talking to you guys. I get to go pulling stuff off shelves. Okay, file 1. I don't remember when I played this. Okay, I need the... Let me see controls on this. Flare. Used for air brake or landing. Control vehicle. I'm going to blow this. Man, am I going to blow the hint. Press A when you land. Increase speed to under. Easier landing. Okay, well. If they change those damn inverted controls, I'll buy the Croc re-release. Dude, I'm just going to tell you this right now. I don't give a shit what they release. I'll buy it. I collect their stuff. I collect their stuff because I think their stuff is awesome. And I think that their stuff is a necessity. And I think they've proven to everyone, oh, slow down. Ooh. Hey, did you see me blow that? I think of Retro Fighters. I like the controllers that they make. I had one, but I don't remember, did I like it? I think I had a Brawler 64, but I didn't use it very much. Which you guys got to realize, man, my channel's not old. My channel, which I've had a YouTube account forever, but I just started posting videos on June 2nd. I think my first live stream was at the 1st of July. Yeah. And I'm closing in on, I think I've got 350. I didn't get the chromatic because I have no interest in Game Boy Library. The Game Boy Library is so underrated. So underrated, Dark. I'm telling you, there are things on there. You just and if if it doesn't appeal to you, but I will tell you this: would you buy a chromatic advance? Because that's the next machine. I don't know that for sure, but I'm 97% sure that the next machine is the chromatic advance. Bought everything. First edition, second edition, Andro. I didn't get the Andro, and that really pisses me off. Really pisses me off. Yeah, we'll buy a chromatic advance. Well, get ready because that's next. That's coming. There's no doubt in my mind, just from the hints that Torin has dropped, the stuff he did when Topher interviewed him, some things that Palmer have said, the chromatic advance is next. Just not all the colors of the consoles. I think the screen on the chromatic it's not fair. I don't think it's for a disk drive. I don't think there's enough bus speed for that. I think it's just a dev test port. Very little room where it plugs in. You know, though, Jonathan, they shock us constantly. They just keep shocking us every chance they get. So you never know. I mean, which it could just be a cute little wink, wink, nod, nod. I've been disappointed to see none of the mainstream game news organizations. Well, there's several news organizations that will not talk. There's a Time Extension is the big retro video game website, and they won't cover anything because of Palmer. The average person doesn't know enough about them. Yes, but the grassroots that you guys have done and guys like me that have ran around and screaming and screaming and screaming about this thing, people know. Gamers know. And people that weren't going to buy this, there's a few people that know me personally that are in the chat. They don't talk very much, but they pre-ordered Smoke M64s because of what I've shown and things that they've done for me. And so I'm telling you guys, we're in for a treat. So I think we're going to see some really good stuff. Okay. When they get to the Chromatic DS, let me know. That's one of my favorite handhelds. Yeah, the DS. Hands down, we'll buy a Chromatic Advance, and everyone should start buying GBA games before they start greasy prices. GBA games are already high. I don't know if you've noticed that. GBA games are not cheap. GBA games are... There's some really good GBA games, and it's horse. I mean, it's... Do I think the form factor? It will be the OG. No way they do the SP. It will be the OG flat. Chromatic Advance will be sick. Well, Vornek, it's next. I'm so sure of it. I would bet my royalty check on it. So if they ever made an original Xbox or PS2, it would have to, which could be difficult. I love my Chromatic and we'll definitely get the Advance, but I gotta say I am looking forward to the pass-through on the inside. I cannot wait for. See, I believe when that pass-through comes through, especially with all the Chromatic games and Game Boy stuff I own, okay, I think I'll sell a bunch of Chromatics. I really do. I really think that people will be like, oh my God, I got to get one of these. Dude, I'm telling you, you can laugh all you want. This game's badass. You can laugh all you want, make fun of me, be like, oh my God, put him in a home now. This game, it's badass. It's awesome. And there's another one too, and I want it. Stop Going Time Extension. I did too. Reluctant Hero, welcome. Great to have you here. My bet is they put the port in for community modding. Jonathan? Bob the Wolf Den pre-ordered the M64. I'm waiting for that video. I can't wait for that because he will be honest. GBA is crazy expensive. GBA is stupid expensive. If you're wanting stuff, you better get it now. You want stuff like Golden Sun and things like that. You know what? Hold on. I'm just going to prove my point. Because I can talk video games with you guys all night. I got it. Final Fantasy VI Advance loose is $75. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls, still pretty even right now. Let me see. Okay, some of these are okay right now. Golden Sun is almost $40. Golden Sun The Lost Age is $40. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, man, it's happening. It's happening. You got to get them now. Did I see the Evercade Nexus Doom release? They finally did it. I'd avoided the Evercade. I had, but I got the machine for the television coming from Best Buy, and I'm ordering a bunch of cards. Do you think the Chromatic Advance will work with pass-throughs M64? Absolutely. Absolutely do. Absolutely do. Yes. Yeah, that was way forward. I know Darker. The thing is, so many people see this Sabrina thing and they're like, oh, nah, dude, it's great. Man, I love to see someone do the hinge right. Mod Retro. Anyone try a Steam Machine? I have a friend that has a Steam Machine. I play it on a Steam Machine. Steam Machine is cool, but it is not worth what the asking price. Not the asking price. Not the asking price. Final Fantasy V GBA is the best one. Yes, it is. $40 max for old GBA cards. There he is. That's what I want to hear. I'm not paying over manufacturer retail price. I'm not doing it. I just can't bring myself to spend that much money on Steam Machine. Steam Frame, on the other hand. Yeah. See, I'm big. Okay. I'm a big VR guy too. Strong jet, weak jet. I don't remember playing this crap at all, dude. Yeah, would you be ever? Well, hell, with any of these now, you have to. Ooh, baby. I'm going to tell you right now, I have no idea what I'm doing. That was somebody I invited to the stream, and they finally told me that they were grading exams tonight because they're a teacher and they think they're important. He's not even that good of a teacher. It's math. Who cares about math? Okay, this is fun. See, that's another thing, man. And you guys can, because I love saying something because you guys like go off about it. Okay. And it's not. People tell us that we look through at these things through a nostalgic lens, that we're looking at this stuff and that we, and I don't believe that. What? Look at this Landy. He's perfect. See, my kids prove graphics aren't matter. They just played Shabalba 64 for an hour and said they loved it. My little buddy Owen, come over here. And Owen is he's young. He's a little pup. His dad's my best friend. And he played Shabalba and he was screaming at the TV. Dude, in Xeno Crisis, he played both of them. The most expensive GBA game I got was Metroid Prime. You mean like Fusion? Or Zero Mission? How's Metroid Prime on GBA? God, dude, I just have fun just sitting. This is so much fun just sitting around playing. I cannot believe that I get to spend my Saturday night with a bunch of people that talk video games with me, retro games at that, okay, and actually know what the hell they're talking about. Yeah, Metroid Fusion is, God. I think the GBA Metroid games are better than the Super Nintendo game. Distracted, it's okay. Increase fire missiles. You're going to let me shoot things? Yo, what is that thumbnail? Dude, I'm West Virginia. You're like I did put beer cans in it. Does the NSO N64 controller work with the Mod Retro 64? I've been asked that, and I do not know because I do not have one. Scan lines look great. This is CRT. I picked up Limited Run Sigma Star Saga DX for GBA and have been waiting for the GBA Chromatic to play it. Any good soft updates? I'm like 80% retro, 2% newer or indie. All right, let's watch me die. God. Now, see, this is kind of funny. When the SNES core comes to N64, we use the M64 or pair up a SNES controller. Jim, this is what I'm hoping for. And I think we should all send emails, tweets, blue skies, Instagrams, Facebooks. When this core breaks, and it will, what they gave us here, give us the others. In my chat, we'll say it too. The ones that have this, that have touched this, if Mod Retro made a controller like this, SNES form factor, with this kind of quality, we'd all buy it. We'd all buy it. We'd all buy it. We'd buy it. We'd line up for it. Okay, so I'm supposed to go through this ring, obviously. Oh, shit. All right. All right, baby. We're going to crash this thing. Dude, I'm coming in way too fast. They're like, oh, God, Steve, stop. Give me that medal. Give me that medal. Have I played the chromatic game self-simulated? Yes, I have. Running Lock 60, yeah. 71? Dude, Nintendo is just too harsh on their judgments. Smooth FPS. That's right. That's right. Smooth ride. Smooth ride. Hell, I'd fly with me. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your Saturday night where you could be doing things like playing a M64. You know, you could be doing all kinds of stuff tonight, but instead, you chose to spend your night with me. So, that's awesome. On Sundays, I know he streams on Sunday. There is another guy that is doing M64 content, which he does all kinds of. He's been around forever. He's Topher A. I suggest you watch him too. He's put his M64 spaces, and he gives stuff away too. And I'd love to see you guys win stuff. I was hoping, because some of the people that are in my chats was in his Wednesday, and I was hoping one of mine would win. Because I was like, come on. One of my guys. The creator of Self-Simulated is about to launch a Kickstarter for a GBC pinball game and Self-Simulated and a physical copy that has a rumble card that interacts with pinball. Done. He's got my money. My wife's going to be like, what'd you buy? Game. I don't understand why this game does this, which I know it's gonna. You'll see it. It's the only one that does this. And yes, I have an original card that does it too. Weird. It's one of the ones that things work. Playing Chameleon Twist 2. I love Chameleon Twist 2. Actually, no. I love Chameleon Twist. I have not played Chameleon Twist 2. All right, I'm going to pick something and play on through the night. But shout out to you guys for coming in this week and hanging out with me. See how many of you are in here right now. I just like to know. Don't judge me. That's 25 of you. That's awesome. 25 of you have said, we're going to come list the old man. Damn, I really enjoyed playing Pilot Wings. I'll do that all day tomorrow. Want to play F-Zero XTD, but won't load center card on my M64. Grapes, you're not the only person that is having that trouble. What is Chameleon Twist 2 on? N64. bet this game, if someone doesn't care, look up how much this game is. I have this one too. But I don't want to. I ended up getting this right before the boom. Whiskey, my man, it is so good to see you. I am so happy you are here, that you are spending your Saturday with me, man. Even if it's for a few minutes. Ooh, baby. No, 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 no. Get away. Robotron 64. Yes, you love Robotron 64. Steven, please consider making a video about the expansion pack. That thing is worth more than gold now and is fascinating. You sophisticated folks slinging FPGA. No, dude. No, listen, man. Listen. I remember back in the day, Drew and instead of buying expansion packs, because we couldn't find one, we bought the Donkey Kong. If I'm not mistaken, it came with Donkey Kong, didn't it? Yeah, I think we bought like 2 or 3 copies of Donkey Kong because it had the expansion pack in it. Want to get the physical too after playing it. How am I feeling? Dude, I am feeling great, except that a boyfriend swelled up on me today because I guess he thought I was, what does the kids say? Risen? I was risen on his thyroid challenged girlfriend or processed food. What'd you say? What'd you say, Retro? Was it processed food challenged girlfriend? I did a show today for a friend. I sold art today. God, I love this game, dude. The thing is, man, and just like me having this summer cart, because I'm telling you, I don't like to open up a lot of my carts. I don't like to go. All of mine are loose except for episode race. See, I have some in box. Yeah, it came bundled with the DK64. Yeah. A lot of my stuff is complete in box. I don't like to open in boxes. I don't like to mess up the boxes. I'm weird like that. Oh. Well, you know what? Great. Let's play this game. We'll play this game. Okay. Chameleon Twist 2 loose is $81. Complete in box is $312. I do complete box retro copies of games that I love. Yeah. I can't say nothing against that. I own Wii U games. They're games that I love, so. Hell, I've been buying PS3 games that don't have PS3 in the house. Great. That's not bad. Kind of sucks, though. Sucks. You got to admit. Reluctant Hero. Can you use 2 controllers with Robotron for dual sticks? I don't know that. I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I might keep you guys over. Is that okay? Yes, you can dual stick Robotron 64 by plugging in a second controller into the double port. Well, I can do it if I want to. Sounds like I need a second mortgage to just start collecting for the 64 now. Let's see what Mod Retro has up their sleeve. Let's see what they have up their sleeve. I have faith in them, man. I really do. I think they're going to shock us. Because Torin keeps saying that we're going to be absolutely shocked by what they put out. I think you're right. I think we're going to be like, oh shit. I think we're going to be really shocked. Uh, I'd kill, like I said, I'd kill for StarCraft 64. I'd kill for, I'd kill for StarCraft 64. I want the expensive ones so the prices go down. Buying games for console, I don't own too. We need help. Who said I'm not playing N64? Um, Loose Robotron is only $25. See, there you go, guys. There you go. But I want, like, for example, and I know nobody gives a shit because a lot of people don't think it's that great of a game. I love that game, and it's $500, dude. It's $500. You know, give me a copy of Stunt Racer 64 done by Mod Retro and some funky ass cartridge with the nice little charms and the cool box. Indiana Jones was in my Hidden Gems video. I stole it from Blockbuster. What is it with Blockbuster and all these games that they're making me steal? Let's go with the classic, baby. Any news on the cores? There have been no news on the cores because they have not released the they haven't put it on the GitHub yet. StarCraft 64 play with Make It Happen Mod Retro. I think Croc PS1 will be the first one. Rayman PS1 will be another one. And Conker's Bad Fur Day. I agree with you on that one. I think Conker's coming. Microsoft has no problem. They let Evercade do the banjo stuff, and I don't think we'll see it, but not $150. Thought I had no sound on my M64 after it turns out I accidentally hit mute on the remote. Dude, I'd have been like pissing my pants. Dude, if Mod Retro releases Clay Fighter 63 and a third classic re-release, dude, re-release the shitty games. Because here's the thing, man. Okay? Those shitty games, okay? Somebody just texted me, get off my phone. I've never seen this before. What game is this? It's the greatest game ever made. And I know there's some people, oh, well, you know, the greatest game ever made is Ocarina of Time. It's this one. Sorry. No skip week. Hello, Hippo. I missed you. Thought about you all day today. Did you see that? I'm so pissed I didn't buy Mario for $45 earlier. Look, man. I I don't know how. Because when you look at the print runs on these games, now here's one retro you could do. Okay, I mean this game's so universal and so classic, you know, and so beloved, and you know what you're doing in it. Go get a Japanese one. I bet it's like $8. Why do I keep doing that? I keep looking over chat. I love you guys, but I'm gonna stop doing that. So yeah. But yeah, Superman 64, they released that. You know if they released Superman 64, that would sell out in a heartbeat. That would be gone. You would not be able to get it. Release all of it. Let us have it all. Just stop making me have to buy. Great call. Mario 64 somehow is underrated. uh, it's the Ric Flair of video games. Yes. You also get the Japanese Mario Kart. Well, like I said, guys, I got that Japanese Wii U, and I kid you not. Okay, it said used. Okay, and I saw pictures of it. Dude, the dude sent me a new Wii U. This has no scratches, and you know a Wii U. It's a white 32 gigabyte Wii U. Okay, the guy sent me a Wii U, and it. Oh, are you serious? Punk ass. Um, he sent me a brand new Wii U. What do you think about that? Oh. Mario 64 is $7. There you go. And I think having a Japanese Mario 64 would be more like for your collection, would just be cooler. Don't you? I mean, I'm just asking, and just like Reluctant just said, the Japanese Mario Kart 64. I know. I know. I know. I had to make it a fair fight. Um, Emancipated Hippo, have you ever tried any hacks for this? Yes, I have. Um, as long as it's Nintendo and the studio still exists, or they sold the IP, someone then it's a good shot. The only games I think are completely off the table, obviously, are Nintendo. Nintendo's not gonna let them have anything. Um, so that does away with like the Pokemon, Zelda, Mario. Those are dead. Have you ever played Quest 64? I have, and I do not like it. How many times? I don't know how many times I played through Mario 64. Well, it's like that for me too. Mine has a personal thing because of Andrew, but I truly do love this game. It would be cooler, but I would have to play any games in English first. Know what? But you don't have to do that for Mario. I mean, everybody knows this one. I mean, the only thing that's really Japanese would be this right here. Yeah. My bad. It was Wave Race and Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 had Rumble in Japan? Huh. I didn't know that. Well, that's getting. Yeah, I'd like to have that. Kirby and Crystal Shards. That's not that high, is it? I love when we do this stuff on Saturday night, but you know what gets me all upset, tears me up, is I realize how much these carts. Because talking to you guys, because somebody will come in and go, that cart's like $300. I'm like, oh shit. Japanese Mario is 40 to 60 bucks. What is happening in the world right now? That game sold like 30 million copies. It was the only game that sold on Nintendo 64. Face it, boys, we've ruined the whole damn industry. Emboss Battle Crystal Shards is insane. Yeah, 4060 has to be for a complete box. I think he does. I think he prices everything complete box because that's the way he likes it. If I remember, the Japanese version is better for speed running. Well, I think I've talked to you guys about this. I do old games done very slow, or games done very slowly. The games done quick thing, that doesn't work for me. Never played F-Zero X before, but just acquired the DD version. It seems to be working on the EverDrive M64. It does. If the games get too costly, I'll just get a summer cart and buy the Mod Retro ones. That's pretty much what, I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's what everybody's doing. Did you guys see there's a new EverDrive? Chris just released a new EverDrive to combat this, and it has, what is it? Games can go up to 128 megabytes. Like, it's something really awesome. In Seattle. Well, here in West Virginia, I'd have to trade 2 cases of Mountain Dew for Mario Kart 64. That's just too much. Oh, I need 3 stars. Chris new GB. Yeah. They're catering to us, man. They really are, and we need to take advantage of it. These FPGA consoles, all the stuff that we got going on. We've got so much going on, man. There's so many good things happening in the retro gaming scene. No. Anything by Square Enix is not a good bet. But they've never done nothing with Ogre Battle 64. They have with the other ones. They've made collections and stuff. I'm going to say if they do, okay. Smoked, you fool. Ogre Battle 64 is one that needs to be done. Okay, well, we wait on him to catch up. Based on the OG Buck Bumble being more expensive than the Mod Retro version, Studio Independent of Nintendo, I think going the way, I'm thinking that Mod Retro is trying to partner with, yeah. Yes, I saw that, but I don't see the point of updating from my X7, and I also have a summer card. If I have both, I wouldn't say. Yeah, you don't need to. My local game shop, huge trading game with sizable stack of 64 cards. Yes, go in there and buy them all. Squaresoft titles. Yeah, well, that's why. Yeah, when Square left, yeah, they didn't have the RPG manufacturers to push things, and Enix didn't put like the Dragon, the Dragon series over there, Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, whatever you want to call it. So really, for the RPG fan, you were kind of screwed a little bit because Atlas had the U.S. publishing rights to Ogre Battle, but Sega owns them now. Okay. Buck and the Curse cartridge was so good. I want to know if GameStop releases a Buck Bunny M64 game. Kind of excited. I don't know how well that sold. I love the game. I talk about it a lot. I reviewed it for the channel. I actually never realized it until tonight. Yeah. There was no... You didn't have any of the Dragon Warrior games. You didn't have Final Fantasy. You didn't have any of that, and it really hurt. Even the Breath of Fire, Capcom RPGs weren't put over. You had Quest 64. I don't think they did anything but Ogre Battle. First Mage, but it wasn't something to write a lot about. Okay. I hope Mod Retro do more color so I'll snap them quickly. I love that I can mod it to my liking without having to buy a new unit each time. Yes. I'm looking for you, Hippo. um, I'm in the G's. There ain't for the RPG fan. There ain't a lot. I mean, you got the Zeldas, but that's not the same. That's those are completely something super special. Didn't they do Snowboard Kids? I think so. I think you're right. Ah, ooh, yeah. There's Ogre Battle, Paper Mario, but that again, that's not the Sword and Sword. Quest 64, which I wasn't a big fan of. Yeah, it's just pretty slim. I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not saying the library sucked or anything like that. I'm not doing that. But what I am saying is that for someone that went through the Super Nintendo era and you had Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6, and Star Ocean, which Star Ocean's freaking incredible. Um, yeah, there's just whiskey's here. Yeah, you think I don't pay attention to chat? I pay attention to chat. Star Ocean is amazing, and we didn't get those here. And I never understood if Nintendo just underestimated. Oh yeah, dude, it didn't, and you realize that now. But you know what's freaking stupid? The GBA did. The GBA was stacked. Great guy, Rocket, dude. You're just not gonna believe it. All right, that was one scary movie. Oh my God, they look so lifelike. Yeah. So I'm a product of the 1970s. Oh, he is so stiff. All of Nintendo's handhelds had. Got to support the legend, Steven. Thank you. 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 I really appreciate you. You give me a shout out in Topher's stream and stuff like that. I really appreciate that, Whiskey, and you too. Um, hold on a second. Somebody asked me something a while back. I never finish my thoughts, and I just move on, and I've got to stop doing that. So, but we were watching Topher's stream the other day, and and several of my Never and Whiskey, they shouted me out in there. I hate Scooby Doo. Okay, so I was going to say that. I am a product of the 1970s. We had 3 channels. Cartoons came on after school and they came on the weekends. And Scooby Doo was huge. And I wasn't into it. I really wasn't. I just wasn't in Scooby. I don't know why he just didn't hit me. What is this, like Scooby Evil? Scooby Resident Evil? What am I playing here? Hey, truck is on fire. I can't do shit. Maybe we should do something. Oh, piss on it, Shaggy. Scoob, we have to put out the fire. With what, dude? Press the A button to use, give, pick up, or search for an item. What? Pup named Scooby Doo somebody. Yeah, but those came much later. I'm hitting that. There you go. Well, thank God we did that, Scoob. Dude, it's Scooby-Doo Resident Evil. I didn't realize this. Classic Scooby box. That was it. We gave up RPGs for this. I was about to say Mr. Wickles. Yeah, he's the bad guy. So when is Fred and Daphne going to disappear to go look for clues themselves? Dude, it really is. It's Scooby Doo Resident Evil. What am I doing? They used Fred's old art in this game. Dude, it controls so bad. Like you'll be moving and then he'll just stay in, like I'll go to turn and he's in a straight line. So it is Resident Evil. Can I switch characters? No. Okay. That's fair. Scooby Doo and Raccoon City. That, eh, eh, eh. Just, Gotta love them tanks. It wasn't even tank, okay? Like, you move in the right directions, right? And then you go to turn left or right, and he just, nah, I got this. I forgot I wanted to play through Resident Evil 2 on my M64. Turn your overclocking on. Mm-hmm. I'll close the night with gags. Look at something real quick. If I tried Duke Nukem, I did a while back when I first got the unit. All right. Now this is what a Gex streamer plays. Yeah, I guess I need to know my place. He's stiffer in this one. Feels floatier. He doesn't feel as good in this one. The other one I played with the live action like sequences in it where and the spinning, he doesn't feel as maybe they're just phoning it in now. They were just phoning in the gags. I love this game, honestly. Love rare games, yeah. Ah, shit, gags. It's tail time. I thought he'd get up there. Okay. Wow. But, yeah, man, tonight we talked about a lot. You know, we talked about the industry and the state of the industry and the way things are going, and and like I said, I appreciate you spending your time with me, but I just don't understand, man, why the industry they keep just screwing over the consumer, and it's bothersome. That's the 3DO one, right? Because I actually had a 3DO because I was a fucking idiot. I just don't have the gexiness tonight. Yeah. Whoa, hey, whoa. Don't get cute. What the hell? Like I said, he kind of floats a little bit on me. Yeah, I think you're talking about the original 3DO one. I have played the 3DO one. That was the only game I played on that stupid machine. I take that back. I paid Need for Speed on it. Need for Speed was... And I took a bath on getting rid of it because it was so expensive. It says Wile E. Coyote on the front there. Well, they don't care about the parallel race. Look, man, they think they're too big to fail. That's just how this is. And until the public stands up and says, I'm not putting up with it, and doesn't buy this shit, and tells them, no, I'm not going to buy your stuff. I'm not going to buy this digitally. I'm not going to buy. I don't want this until the public stands up and says, I'm not doing that. They have no reason to fear us. And that's the thing. Everyone I knew, but my dad got me a PS1. It's cool to get and play everything I thought my friends had that I didn't get to experience. That's true, man. Which Drew was a PlayStation, or not a PlayStation. Drew was a Nintendo kid, and I had PlayStation stuff, and some of the stuff he couldn't play, so I wouldn't let him play it, but emancipated, you are 100% right. Because we know people in our lives that just, they got to get the hottest, newest thing. I hope it comes back to bite him in the ass. What I hope comes back to bite him in the ass is cost. That's what I want to bite everybody in the ass. And I know everybody's talking about like the chip shortage and all that stuff, but my God, dude, they're out of their minds. I mean, why would someone want to spend that much money on a video game console when they can just get a PC? They can do the PC thing. A lot of people say current costs for modern consoles and games are insane. Yeah, RAM apocalypse. I understand the RAM prices, but come on, man. Yeah. All right, you guys have sold me. This is one of the greatest games ever made. Donkey was right. They're all right. This is the greatest. This is one of the greatest games I've ever played. I'd rather play Game Boy Color, and N64 anyways. You know how many retro game consoles I can get for a $1,200 PS6 or Steam machine? Well, see, that's the problem. Okay, now scalpers and people like that have caught on. Whoa. Suck it, FUD. And they're driving these prices up. Dude. Back off. Oh, shit. That sucked. I blame controller there. Oh. I'll just keep being a mod retro game collector that uses summer cart and everything. Yeah. Gabe said it best when he said, like, piracy is it's a service issue. You know, and I'm surprised that, like, specific groups haven't really went after Sony and stuff yet that way. Nah, son, get away. I need one more purple mushroom. I'm going to die, and I don't want to die. I want to die in Gex because as a Gex streamer, it's very bad luck. See? It's very bad luck. This is very bad luck for me. Still mad at you over that custom shell EverDrive for the SNES. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. All right, my friends. It is 11:11. We've been doing this for a little over 2 hours now. And well, let's check something. Let's just see something. See if there's any updates tonight. This Thanksgiving video. Oh, dude, the Thanksgiving video is going to be great. I've been learning a lot of tips and tricks on how to make my videos a little better. Like I said, I wish Y64 this week would have done better, but I think this one this week will do a lot better because of the game it deals with. But I had a good time talking to you, Retro, Emancipated, Jonathan. I just, Dark, Whiskey. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I enjoy coming in here. I enjoy doing this on Saturday night. Grape, especially you know, it's reluctant. You guys really make you make my Saturdays. I really appreciate it. We're gonna start playing through something soon. Like I said, I got this Wii U. We're gonna start doing something more long form. I had a lot of fun. I was a little tired tonight, but you guys perked me right up. Will I make a playlist at the very end? I'm thoroughly enjoying Y6. Thank you. That means a lot. It really does. And yes, it's done better than I thought it would. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. I really appreciate it. Good night, Emancipated. Thank you. Did you mod the Wii U? You bet your ass I did. I mean, you should see this thing, how nice it is. I mean, this thing, seriously, this guy sent me this, and I don't know how well this comes up. It's got fingerprints on the thing. There's no scratches on the screen. It was absolutely perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to do some stuff with the Wii U, but thank you guys for showing up tonight. Obsidian, thank you for coming. You know, I really appreciate that. We're going to do some more stuff. I've got some videos planned. I've got some stuff. It was good seeing you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week and look forward to seeing you over the next couple of days, and peace.